7 of Season 2, we're getting closer to the end, and it's all coming down to these games now. Scrandinavia versus Flaberdeen, Scrandinavia versus Parmesan, and Flaberdeen versus Parmesan for you today. Looking at the Scrandinavia lineup for Week 7. They have a 7-man team with the return of Fraser after being out with an absence, and Stephen returning after missing out from last week. 7-man team looking to get, once again, maximum points this week and to move ever closer to Season 2 title. Looking at the Flaberdeen team, they have a 5-man squad today, welcoming back the return of Johnny from long-term injury and Alan, who's missed the last couple of weeks due to a hamstring injury. They have a 5-man squad. They will be looking to take on a 6th sub with a -1 penalty in the games for rotation purposes. Finally, looking at the Parmesan Belgrade lineup, they host a 6-man team, welcoming for his return debut Mr. Mark Penny. And so with the 6-man team, Parmesan will be looking at this week as an opportune moment to get extra points to move them off the bottom of the league. Speaking of the league, looking at the lineup of the league before the games kick off, Scrandinavia pulling ahead at the top of the league table with 30 points and a 16 goal difference plus, Flaberdeen 16 points with a 1 goal difference, and Parmesan Belgrade 7 points -17 goal difference. Opening game of Week 7 sees Flaberdeen versus Scrandinavia. Flaberdeen in blue, Scrandinavia in red. Flaberdeen today will be taking a sub penalty for this game, and they'll be on the sidelines as we kick off just now. And Scandinavia hosting a full team there. Rob early on trying to claim for an out the box touch by Brad, but the referee waves play on. And a big return for Johnny after missing a number of weeks with injury, and Alan returning after an initial hamstring injury. Glad to see both players back. Craig now for Scandinavia with the ball to feet, looking for options, looking to come forward with a shot. And a good save there by Brad. Early opportunity there for Scandinavia. Chopper, captain in goals for Scandinavia, plays out to Fraser, who's also a welcome return this week. To Rob, to Craig now. Craig with a shot, and off the post there, and just wide. And Rob with the follow-up. Looks like that got Brad square in the face, and the game will be halted for the head injury. You can see here, powerful shot there. Great save there from Brad, but he has taken it in the face there. So the game is halted to make sure that everything is okay from Brad, who gives 2 thumbs up there, and the game can resume from the goalkeeper. Ball up outfield to Alan, who's been pressed by Fraser. Rolling it back to Johnny in the Flaberdeen defence, who does have Craig applying pressure, but Johnny manages to get away. Alan with a loose ball to find Fraser. Fraser now trying to cut in, trying to take on multiple players. Plays out to Stephen. Stephen with a shot, and there's the opening goal for Scrandinavia. Good play there from Fraser and Stephen. Fraser especially finding the space, taking on multiple players, playing a lovely ball for Stephen to get onto, and with the early shot there, powerful shot by Stephen, Brad watches the ball, can't get a foot out to it, and that's 1-0 to Scrandinavia. Reminder, Scandinavia sitting very comfortably at the top of the league, so Flaberdeen in this game, ideally they're looking for the win to try and stop the lead being extended at the top of the league there. Stephen picking up the ball with a poor pass from Johnny. Fraser, Stephen combining again to Rob. Rob makes it 2. And Scandinavia has started excellently in this match, showing their clinical edge with 2 early goals. Stephen and Rob, the goal scorers. Fraser on both goals, playing pivotal roles. With a great ball there to Stephen, who's moved into position. Finding Rob over in space on the right. Rob there appreciating the work of Stephen and Fraser. Slotting it home. 2-0 Scandinavia. On aggregate, it is a -1 goal for Flaberdeen. So there's now a 3-goal lead for Scandinavia, on the pitch being 2-0. Flaberdeen now looking to come forward, but can't quite connect the passes up to James up front. Rob there trying to play it back to the keeper, but Johnny doing some great work closing down, but Rob has won it still. And as he comes forward looking for options, the ball deflected, goes behind James. Flaberdeen now coming forward. Johnny with the ball to feet from Brad in goals. Johnny now looking for options, directing people there to see if he can get a run going. Paul now Looking for options, sees that run of Allen. Great ball through the middle of the pitch there to find Allen in space. Allen now needing support as Cal is applying a pressure. James coming over to close down on Johnny. Johnny again trying to instruct the team where to go, but it hasn't worked. Cal's intercepted. Gets the ball to Rob. Rob, round Paul to Cal. Oh, and off the post, and Brad manages to keep that out. And a quick roll out from Brad to try and take advantage of Cal being up the pitch to Allen. Allen and Chopper with a foot. Gets the ball there. Oh, and Johnny almost with a touch, but the ball's rolled out, not in the box. Chopper's down. James is shot. Oh, what a save there! Chopper stuck awaiting the shot from Johnny there on the outside of the box, and James cannot take the advantage with Chopper being on the floor to put it in the back of the net. Scrandinavia coming forward now. Rob, ball, roll back. Lovely work there to Stephen. Stephen holding on to the ball. Great possession there as Johnny tried to close down. Cal connecting with Stephen. Cal coming forward with a shot. And just wide there from Cal. Unlucky so far in this match. Stevens intercepted the quick rollout from Brad. Stephen! And it's a third goal for Scandinavia and a second goal for Stephen. He is now en route for getting a hat-trick. Unlucky from Cal to start with. Shooting just wide after some great play. Stephen reading that pass that Brad tried to play out quickly, trying to take advantage of the three Scandinavia players up front. But Stephen takes a little bit of time, composes himself, and then smashes it into the back of the net. Unstoppable there. And Brad can't do anything to stop that from going in. 3-0 Scandinavia. And we can see in the background there, Allen now in goals for Flaberdeen. And Chopper now out as well. So both keepers rotating here. Stephen with the deflection of Johnny tries to find Chopper, but Chopper can't control it and paws the ball now. Long shot there going wide. Chopper trying to pick up, trying to take on Brad. And he loses out to Flaberdeen. James now gets past Craig. James on the run, plays it through the middle, and Chopper with a vital interception there to stop the opportunity for Flaberdeen. Scandinavia coming forward once again. They have a 4-goal advantage, remember, with the score being 3-0 on the pitch. But there's a -1 for Flaberdeen on aggregate. Johnny coming forward now with that shot, but it's a bit of a toe poking wide. Brad will collect it, so Flaberdeen still have the ball here. Paul back in the Flaberdeen defence, looking for options, looking to see where he can move it. Brad back heel, through to Johnny. Johnny now being closed down by Craig. Oh, and a great shot from Johnny there. It looked like the opportunity had completely gone, but he managed to squirm that ball out and get it in the back of the net. Lovely back heel from Brad there. A little bit fortunate to go through the legs of Cal. But as Craig trying to close down the space on Johnny, he is powerful, manages to make that little bit of space, and the shot bouncing off the end of the post, and a goal for Flaberdeen. Quick shot there from Stephen from kickoff. Flaberdeen have that goal now, so they are in this match 3-1 in aggregate. They're now to 0. So it's now 3-0 aggregate, 3-1 on the pitch. And Flaberdeen are coming forward now. With that goal, they looked there for a moment to have a bit of momentum. Brad trying to claim for a foul on Craig. Referee whistling to play on. I say waving to play on rather than whistling. Apologies. Brad coming forward now with the ball to Ryan. And Ryan can't get the ball under control in front of goal. Save there from James, but it's landed at Paul, who loses out to Chopper. Chopper coming forward on the run. Plays it across goal. And Cal, yeah, again unlucky. Ball just would not land to him. Rolled slowly out the box, and not enough time was closed down there. Stephen picking the ball up for Scandinavia in their defence, and James now playing it out for Scandinavia. Chopper with a little bit of back heel off the wall, not quite getting away from James. Has now got some space to shot. Good save there from Allen with the foot, and it's landed with Craig being closed in by Ryan, who is Flaberdeen's sub from Parmesan Belgrade. Ryan up against Craig, gets away. Stephen with a shot. Great save there by Allen. Once again, it's good to see Allen back after his injury and proving pivotal in stopping those shots. Chopping it up against Johnny, but Johnny wins the ball in the middle of the park to Ryan. Ryan with a shot, and a good save there by James. Unlucky for Ryan after last week's last-minute winner against Scandinavia for Parmesan. James rolling the ball out. Chopper with a poor control, bounces it off of Johnny, and Johnny wins the ball back fairly after giving the advantage for the alleged handball he claimed himself there. And Johnny's won it again off of Fraser. Going forward into the Scandinavia half. Johnny now needing support as Craig is closing down the space there for him. But a poor ball by Johnny has been picked up by Fraser. Paul trying to help there, but Chopper is it now? And Chopper with the goal. Coolly finished. Paul trying to apply some pressure onto Fraser, who had a bit of time and space after picking up Johnny's poor pass that we can see here. Fraser a little bit lackadaisical with the control, but still manages to get away from Paul. Chopper getting in ahead of Ryan. And as Allen comes out to try and close down, Chopper places it into the corner. An unlikely cool place finish from him. Normally they are a bit more sporadic from him, but he'll be pleased with that. And it is now 4-1 on the pitch. And remember, with that aggregate score, it's 4-0 in the final score. So Flaberdeen are still behind by 4 goals in the aggregate score, only 3 on the pitch. Brad now with the ball, playing it to Allen, finding Johnny. Brad coming forward now. Oh, and unlucky from Brad there. Looked like that was going to do a carbon copy of Johnny's goal. And Cal there with the shot, and Ryan with a great save there with the foot. Cal now looking for options, tries to play it across. Johnny with interception. Rob has the ball out wide, looking to make some space for himself. And a little back heel, but Ryan sees it, blocks it, and Johnny clears the ball downfield. Fraser will play that back to James and goal. Brad trying to get a touch in there to maybe sneak another chance, but it manages to get to Scandinavia goalkeeper. Johnny, long ball up to Brad as Flaberdeen look to try and come back into this game, but Fraser, hounding well, closes that down. James rolling the ball out to Rob. Rob with Johnny applying pressure, but Rob has made some space. Rob on through. Rob on goal. 2 goals now for Rob in this game. Some great moving there from Rob. Takes the ball under, good control there. Johnny is trying to apply some pressure, trying to close it down, but does some lovely footwork there from Rob to get around Johnny and blisters away, gets that ball into the back of the net, and has now put Scandinavia 5-1 ahead. Both Rob and Stephen sitting on potential hat-tricks. Which one of them will have the opportunity first to seal a hat-trick? And as I speak there, Fraser making a great save from the shot there from Flaberdeen. James gets away from Stephen, tries to get on goal. Oh, and it's a quick out, and it's been deflected there. Flaberdeen have an opportunity from here. Scandinavia getting a little bit lazy, a little bit careless with the passing there, with their lead. Johnny still has it, tries to play off to James. Oh, great save there from Fraser. He made that look like it was completely calm and cool, but it was a great reactionary save from Fraser there. Rob battling with the ball, but the ball has landed with Johnny for Flaberdeen, and another save there from Fraser with the feet. Flaberdeen are knocking at the door, but there is an impenetrable wall for Scandinavia in defence and in goals today. Long ball up to Rob, lovely ball to Rob. Can Rob finish? Yes, he can. And as I was saying earlier, Rob has the first opportunity to complete the hat-trick and does so. However, credit to Stephen for this wonderful pass. You can see James battling with Brad there. James manages to get the ball loose away from Brad. Stephen picks it up, and Stephen with a wonderful chip ball. Absolute accurate, perfect. Rob, and credit to Rob for a brilliant takedown of the ball with the chest, and finds himself one-on-one with Ryan and puts it into the corner. Both Stephen and Rob should be very proud of that goal. One of the highlight goals that we've seen so far this season, one may argue. But that does put Scandinavia 6-1 ahead now. And Stephen coming through as I'm saying there. And it's now 7-1 from Stephen. Rob gets the hat-trick. Stephen goes, I'll get it too, mate. And puts it in the goal for both players for Scandinavia. Going to walk away with hat-tricks. And they're going to have to argue between the two of them who gets the match ball. Indeed. Flaberdeen are looking like this game is too far from them. Brad there with frustration, kicking the ball against it there. Rob and Stephen, handshake there, appreciating the work between both players today in this match. Can Flaberdeen get a couple of goals to maybe reduce the deficit? Or can they stage a very unlikely but would be dramatic comeback in this game? There's still time for either, as Flaberdeen ping the ball along their defence, trying to build up the play. Brad to Johnny now. Johnny trying to find Allen. Allen getting that ball away from Cal. Pivotal there. But Brad tries to get it through to Johnny. Stephen intercepts. Stephen's now lost the ball, and the ball's landed with Johnny. There's an option here for Flaberdeen, but Fraser with a fantastic save and manages to stop any opportunity of that ball going across the box for Flaberdeen to try and score. Stephen now with the ball through to Cal. Cal, can he finally do it? Yes, he can! Multiple opportunities for Cal in this game, and finally he's got the rub of the luck and he's managed to put it in the back of the net. Ball up to Stephen. Stephen taking that ball in well, has got support with 2 players here. It is almost a 3-on-2, but James coming back for Flaberdeen. But the ball pin perfect across the pitch. Cal with the outside the foot, possibly putting off Ryan with the unconventional finish, but it doesn't matter. It is a goal. It is 8-1. Scrandinavia are relentless. They are not letting up in this game against Flaberdeen. You could almost say they've secured the match already with the amount of time that's left, but they're still going for it. A little bit of a free kick here in the game, and Alan playing it for Flaberdeen out to James. And the ball's cruelly bounced and landed at Rob, and Rob has made it 4 for today. Multiple opportunities that Rob has found himself. In fact, I think that's a hat-trick of opportunities where Rob has found himself almost completely on his own, one-on-one with the goalkeeper with balls coming through. And every opportunity that Rob has had in that position, he has stuck it in the back of the net. One of the reasons why Scandinavia have been so clinical today. And you have to admit, giving Rob that many opportunities, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, there is a sense of poor defending here from Flaberdeen and have maybe caused their own problems today. However, there's a little bit of time left. They just need to make sure they close the back door and don't concede anymore. Rob with the ball to Chopper. Chopper cutting in with the shot. And as I say that, that is a 10th. Unbelievable from Scandinavia this week. In recent weeks, the games have been closer between these teams. They have been nail-biters almost. But this week, Scandinavia have put Flaberdeen to the sword. You do wonder, with Alan and Johnny making brave and respectable returns back, is this team slightly hampered in the longevity of stamina and fitness? Regardless, it's 10-1 as it currently stands, 10-0 with the aggregate score taken into consideration. As Brad comes through here with the shot. Oh, fantastic there! Brad, a couple of times, has played shots across the goal, has successfully scored from one of them, and the other hitting the post. But this time he changes it up, dinks it into the inside of the post. Almost nothing Fraser can do, but he will be disappointed to be beaten at the near post. But that is great finishing there from Brad. A little bit of consolidation for Brad himself. Probably not so much for Flaberdeen, with the score being 10-2 on the pitch, 10-1 with aggregate. And as the match draws into its final moments, it looks like that 10-1 score is the final score to Scandinavia. Great game. Second game of week 7, Scrandinavia versus Parmesan Belgrade. Scandinavia in red, Parmesan Belgrade in white. An early pace-setting action here at the start of the game, and there's an early foul. Now, as I've not had the opportunity to say, we welcome Mark Penny, aka Penny, to the league, who straight away has got well-known history with Chopper from previous friendly but competitive history, and straight away causing a foul on Chopper. And from the free kick, Cal's shot is saved there by Jonas in goal. And once again, we see Chopper taking the shot there on Jonas, but saved well. And I can barely get any information out at the start of this game. It is so fast-paced. Richie playing the 1-2 with Penny. Richie through on goal, and a save there from Stephen as the ball goes into the Parmesan Belgrade half and to the keeper. Jonas playing his quick ball out. Cal tries to intercept, successfully intercepts. Chopper tries to play it back to Cal, but Richie is down at the field with the ball, trying to cut in with a shot across goal. Nobody quite there to put it in the back of net. Ryan picks it up, plays it across goal, and Chopper vitally gets in front of Richie and stops that shot on goal there. As I was attempting to say before the action all kicked off at the start of this video, which I don't think I will get an opportunity again, but here comes Chopper with the ball from Cal. Chopper trying to get past Lewis, but he's lost out Lewis tackle. Richie cutting in. Richie going through and goal. Richie with the goal, and an early goal for Parmesan Belgrade to set them on their way with a 1-0 lead. Lewis, great tackle in there against Chopper, captain v captain, and the ball lands at Richie's feet, and Richie pushes forward, going around Craig, finds himself middle of the pitch, and places it past Stephen in goals. 1-0 to Parmesan Belgrade. And after the drama of last week with the last minute on-pitch equaliser for Parmesan Belgrade, these two teams are producing some high action games in recent weeks. So this is going to be an interesting battle today as Rob picks up the ball, and the shot there goes in after deflecting off of Jonas there, who tries to save it, but the shot too powerful, and Rob, as I'm speaking there, equalises the game on the pitch. Rob going around Penny there, Lovely footwork to make that space. Lewis can't close down enough time, and as I said, Jonas can't get a strong enough save on it. Bounces off of him and goes into the goal. Now, I'm glad to say, delighted to say, in fact, that in this game, no sub-penalties will be applied as both teams have fielded strong, full teams. So, on-the-pitch action is how you will see it end. No aggregated score in this game. Stephen rolling the ball out to Rob from goals. Chopper through on in. And a good save there by Jonas. Rob with the rebound, and Jonas with another save there to keep it at 1-1. Chopper trying to get past Lewis, but it's a poor ball and it doesn't come off and it goes back to the keeper. Burnley now with the ball. A welcome return from Burnley after being out with a period of time with an injury. And it's showing his lovely footwork. They are controlling the ball, coming forward, and the shot just wide, and Richie can't get the rebound on target. Burnley picking up the ball again, but it's a loose ball to Rob. Rob thrown in, and he finishes exactly like he was doing earlier in the first game of this evening. He has gone one-on-one with the goalkeeper and stuck the ball in the back of the net. Burnley there looking to try and find Richie. It goes away from Ryan there. It might be Ryan that he was looking for originally. And Rob picks up on that ball, powers forward, slots it through. That's 2 for Rob in quick succession. And a quick reply back from Scandinavia after going 1-0 down early on. 2-1 now. Again, no penalties being applied, so this is the score as it is, with Craig with the opportunity there, can't quite get the shot on target. Rob trying to claim for another out the box touch there, 2 games in a row, but once again the referee denies him of it. Richie and Burnley linking up there. Richie pushing forward, now Richie with a shot and another goal, and that's 2-2 in the match. Lovely finish there from Richie, powers through down the line after a good 1-2 with Burnley. Powers on through. James can't do anything to stop him there. Chopper looks like got a little bit of touch but on his foot, but not powerful enough to push it wide either onto the post or at the goal. Frustration from Chopper. Delight from Richie. Delight from Parmesan Belgrade. 2-2 now. The match is heating up and a very, very close contest between these teams once again. James intercepting the ball from Jonas there as he comes forward looking for Stephen. Stephen's there. Stephen with a shot. Great save there by Lewis to deny Stephen, who was rampant in the earlier game alongside Rob. Burnley, lovely footwork to get away from Craig there, make some space, but the pass can't get through as Rob blocks it, and Stephen picks up the ball for Scandinavia. Craig now switching the ball out with the shot and can't get enough power behind it, and it lands at the feet of Lewis in goals. Chopper now in goals for Scandinavia. Poor roll out and Burnley with opportunity, but it's high there and over. Craig once again running up with the ball, finds Stephen. Stephen in the corner with Jonas trying to close down. Ball across, and it cannot quite get on target there. Lewis, ball at feet, looking for opportunities. Plays the long ball out for Jonas to run onto. Successfully gets there. Stephen trying to apply some pressure, still a wee bit away out. Craig can't get that ball cleared away. Burnley, lovely footwork again, turning in and out. Oh, what a save there by Chopper. That ball looked destined to go in, and Chopper's feet manages to nudge that ball over the goal there. Loose pass from Stephen finds Burnley to Richie. Tries to find Burnley again, but great defending there from James to read the ball going across. And now Scandinavia can come forward with Rob, making some space. Rob with a shot. Oh my word, how is that not gone in? I think half the players think it has. Parmesan though and their captain are adamant it hasn't. Referee agrees that it hasn't crossed the line, and the game continues on. Fantastic shot there from Rob. Unlucky they didn't go in. 1-2 between Richie and Burnley once again, and Parmesan are relentless here, not stopping, going forward. Jonas with that shot just wide and behind the goal. Action-packed stuff here between the two teams. Fraser receiving the ball from Cal but can't get that shot more powerfully on target. Richie getting past Rob. Lovely back heel by Burnley to Richie, and Richie puts Parmesan Belgrade 3-2 ahead. Chopper not happy with the fact that he's let another one pass from Richie. Lovely play there from Burnley with the back heel for Richie. Richie placing that shot in the far corner. Once again, Chopper getting a touch on that ball, and he cannot keep that out. Cal there in dismay that Parmesan Belgrade have got another goal, and they've got the lead. A 1-goal lead, 3-2. And Scrandinavia are going to have to come forward now. Chopper getting the ball to Fraser. And a good save there by Lewis to deny Fraser. Burnley now coming forward with the ball, with the shot. Powerful but over. The rebounds land at Fraser's feet, and Fraser can't get it on target. He's got another chance here. Across to Stephen. Stephen with the shot. And Stephen with the goal. And Parmesan absolutely frustrated with themselves that opportunity has arisen. Fraser, all on his own, you have to say, one-on-one with the keeper, can see Stephen across the box, sorry. The ball goes across, perfect to Stephen's feet, and Stephen, no mistake, puts it in the back of the net, making it 3-all. Game now on level once again. This game can literally go in any direction at this point. Both teams have shown good attacks going forward, some good defensive displays, but also some defensive mistakes at the same time. Chopper taking the ball there away from Jonas. Jonas, I think, claiming for the free kick, not given. And Lewis palming Chopper's shot away. Maybe a little bit high from Chopper, but close on target enough for Lewis to feel like he needs to save it. Stephen now battling on that side. Can't get through, trying to find Fraser. Richie closing down. Ball back to Cal. Cal with the long shot. Oh, and Lewis again with another save. Again, safety first from Lewis. Hitting that ball away from the goal. And the ball lands at Rob, who quickly rolls it back out to Cal for Scrandinavia to come forward again. Cal out to Chopper. Chopper with the ball, with Burnley closing down. Tries to play it down the line to Cal. Through past the referee. Cal now with the shot. Oh, and Lewis has fumbled the ball and it's went in. And you can see the delight there from Scrandinavia from that. An opportunity from nothing. I think Chopper's actually been a bit cheeky there and hoping that it's been captured. That's very unsportsmanship from the captain there. But there is delight from Scandinavia there. The ball down towards Cal. Not much on at this point, you have to say. Cal taking the long shot. Almost the exact carbon copy of what happened last week for the opening goal for Scandinavia against Parmesan. Cal the long range shot. And another fumble there by Lewis. And he's allows Scandinavia to take the lead. This could be a pivotal moment unless Parmesan Belgrade can come back into this and get an equalising goal and possibly more. Richie with the ball in his own half, looking to come forward. Stephen stops that ball going forward. Penny battling with Cal. Stephen coming across and dispossessing Penny there. Options now for Stephen, but looks for the safe option to his goalkeeper as Rob chips it along at the top. Jonas with some acrobatic there for the interception. Has still got the ball, taken on Cal's, made some space, tries to play across the goal. Oh, and Chopper there has got the touch vitally. There's claims he's in the box. The referee has not said it looked out the box, have to say there, from where his foot was planted afterwards. And Scandinavia collect the ball. Vital interception there to keep him in the game. Burnley now playing the ball across to Richie. And Richie now looking to come forward. But Chopper, great interception there to apply the pressure once again. But Richie does get past him. And Richie has the opportunity to come forward. Once again, linking with Burnley. But he's lost it to Stephen. Stephen through and goal. Stephen with the shot. Stephen with the goal. And Scandinavia now are 5-3 ahead. They were behind by the goal not long ago. They've managed to come back into this game and score 2 to give themselves a 2-goal lead. Richie and Burnley, who have linked up so successfully early on in this game. Burnley losing the ball out to Stephen. Good pressure there from Stephen and good pressure from Chopper early on that has put Parmesan's defensive line under pressure there. And Scandinavia get the reward. 5-3. Now there is still time for Parmesan to come back into this, and again, no sub-penalties. So they only need 2 goals to get the draw, which would count for the confirmed result. So we'll need to see if Parmesan can come back, or can Scandinavia hold on to this vital lead to take maximum points from the weekend. Cal playing it back to Rob to keep it safe there, and Parmesan Belgrade now with the opportunity to come forward. Jonas to Richie, lovely pass there. Richie with the shot, Rob with the save. James lets it come out the box so he doesn't concede the penalty, which is good play there. Richie has the ball again through to Lewis, but an interception there by Rob. Great reading of the game. And now Stephen trying to find Cal, but Jonas also great reading of the play of the game there. Intercepts. Burnley quickly out to Lewis, but the ball is lost there. Fraser taking advantage. Cal now. Oh, Cal with a great opportunities there to try and get the goal, and can't get in front of that ball in front of Penny, and Parmesan kill that attack off from there. Scandinavia coming forward again. Cal to Fraser. Fraser now looking for support and finding James. Playing it to Cal in the middle of the pitch. Will he take the shot or will he look for the pass? He tries to turn and take that space away from Lewis. Finds James. James now getting past Penny. Going past Lewis. Taking the shot. Good block there from Lewis, and now Parmesan have the opportunity to attack, and they do with the back heel, and Lewis can't get a more cleaner finish on that shot, and it goes wide. Stephen now Again, another shot that goes wide there, not clean enough, but the rebound has not made it to Burnley in goals, and Stephen has an opportunity to play it across. Burnley blocking it and setting Parmesan on their way by Richie, and Richie's shot just wide. Richie looking to pick up on the rebound, successfully does, but finds himself back in his defence. This game is relentless. Parmesan definitely are hungry for a goal to try and level this game, but they are struggling to get through Scandinavia's defence, and as the lights come on, we enter the last moment of the game. Jonas across, and it's missed, and that is it. 5-3 to Scandinavia. Final game of week 7 sees our first game of season 2 under the floodlights, with Flaberdeen versus Parmesan Belgrade. Flaberdeen in blue, Parmesan Belgrade in white. And early on here, Flaberdeen with the opportunity, but Richie getting in front of Brad to make sure Penny gets a touch on that ball to play it quickly. Ryan trying to find Burnley, but not quite there. Brad has now picked up the ball. Brad finding Johnny in the middle of the pitch to Alan. Alan with a lovely back heel to Brad, but Lewis intercepts. Loose ball there from Lewis, but it does actually find its way to Ryan, and so Parmesan at Belgrade can still come forward. Alan there, good block in there from Burnley trying to get past. Richie's picking up the ball now for Parmesan, as Parmesan look to maybe get an early goal here with the opportunity. Good save there from Chopper on loan at Flaberdeen, and kills off the attack. Flaberdeen in this game have a -1 goal sub penalty, with Chopper playing that role. And so it starts off 0-1 in this game, with Parmesan on 0 as Richie comes through early on here. Oh, and a good save there from Chopper. Looked like it was going to be a copy of Richie's goal against Scrandinavia from earlier today. But Chopper down making the save. And Brad with the shot as I'm talking about that opportunity early on from Richie. Brad shows Richie what should have happened early on. Lovely ball from Alan to find Brad in space, and Brad shooting early and putting it into the bottom corner with power. Penny can't get down for that, and that is 1-0 to Flaberdeen. And now the score is even in aggregate with 0-0 as Richie there panics after a wayward kick-off pass. Johnny almost getting onto it, but Burnley did pick up, and Parmesan come forward in possession now. Burnley trying to get past Brad, but Brad stands firm, gets the ball. Has Brad got an opportunity? He has, and it's 2 early goals now for Flaberdeen and 2 goals for Brad. Fantastic start here for Flaberdeen, who are desperate for points this week to close down the rampant Scandinavia run away at the top of the league for another season. Parmesan coming forward now. Burnley playing the ball forward, and cameraman a little bit late behind there, but the ball went straight through to Chopper in goals. Chopper trying to flick it out up the field, but not quite. Lands at the feet of Burnley and playing it through to Richie. Richie with a shot. Oh, and off the post there from Richie. And the game still stays at 2-0 to Flaberdeen on the pitch. And the referee is blown for a penalty there as the ball came across from Burnley to try and find Richie. Paul tried to get in front, and yeah, you can see there the ball in its entirety is in the box as Paul touches it, and he takes it away from Richie. Definite penalty. Captain Lewis standing up for it and slots it away from Parmesan, and you can see the delight on his face there with that. Chopper guessing the wrong way, does stick a hand and a foot out but can't quite block it. Put away, great there from Lewis, and you can see the elation on his face for that. It's 2-1. And with the aggregate score, that makes it all level, as early on here Flaberdeen have the opportunity to come forward, and it's hit off the post and bounced out. Johnny thinks it's a goal, not happy that's not been given. Johnny with the opportunity, tries the overhead. Penny claiming for something. I think that's just a lack of match experience there from Penny. But it stays 2-1 on the pitch. And what we've missed there is a fantastic save from Chopper, denying Ryan as Chopper dived across the goal. And then the follow-up there from Lewis is also saved. Cameraman here getting in a bit of a muddle, missing some of the action, but some glorious artificial turf pictures there. As Burnley hits over, as Chopper may have got a touch on it, or the shot may have been high. As Brad plays that ball through Lewis to find Johnny. Johnny off the wall, through on. Burnley gets the cross, putting Johnny off, and he's now into the corner with the ball. Still with possession, but the opportunity less so now as Paul lets that pass from Johnny roll all the way through to Chopper. In goals, end-to-end excitement here once again as Parmesan have the ball with Jonas, and the ball just goes wide across the goal there. Ryan picking up the ball now, but it's wayward and it finds Brad. Brad playing it out to Johnny. Johnny with a shot. Penny with a good save there with the foot. The ball bouncing out and landing with Alan. Alan playing that ball across to Paul, but Penny, I don't think he touched the ball there. I think he let it keep going across, so there's no interfere there, so it's been flagged for playing on. Brad in the corner with Jonas. Jonas, great pressure, but to Alan. Alan with a shot, great goal there from Alan. Flaberdeen with the ideal reply after that penalty. 3-1 now to Flaberdeen on the pitch. 2-1 aggregate. Johnny collecting that ball from Brad. Lovely play ball to Alan. Alan running through on it. Fantastic first time finish there from Alan. And as well with Alan returning from a serious injury in recent weeks. It's great to see him on the score sheet once again. Penny now out of goals, rolling it to Burnley. And Burnley plays the ball through to find Richie, but James intercepts. Brad having the ball now. Plays it to Johnny. Johnny back to James. James looking to find Brad. Does find Brad. Brad coming forward now, looking for options. Misread there from Paul, but Paul does actually lose it to Burnley. Burnley now has the opportunity to come through. Again, lovely footwork from Burnley. We've missed this in previous weeks. Richie picks up the ball off the boards. It's blocked there by the Flaberdeen defence of James and Brad. The ball across to Penny now. Penny to Jonas. Penny once again. Penny with a shot. Diving save there from Chopper. Bit of the dramatics. Looks like it was probably going over. Paul picks up the ball and plays it back to the keeper. Ball's been lost now with Bunny with the opportunity, but he hits it high and over. James collecting that ball and decides to play it out rather than back to keeper to find Johnny. Johnny now with the opportunity to bring Flaberdeen forward, but it's been lost to Richie. Richie coming forward. Great defensive work there by James, blocking that shot with his foot. And now they're calling for Johnny to go forward to Brad. He does find Brad. Brad trying to find Johnny. Does so. Johnny with a shot. Just wide there. Paul now with another shot. Bounce to the backboard. Brad for the hat-trick. And he does. And Brad gets his hat-trick in this game. And Flaberdeen have not let that penalty throw them off at all. They are 4-1 ahead now. They have a 2-goal aggregate lead as well as a 3-goal on the pitch lead. And Brad has bagged his hat-trick. Paul with the shot. And it bounces off the netting. Brad taking advantage of that there and puts the ball past Ryan. 4-1 on the pitch as Penny has the ball for Parmesan, trying to feed it through, but it's been blocked out. Jonas getting it to Burnley. Burnley trying to play it through to Jonas. Jonas now with the shot, and the cameras just missed it, but it is a goal. Flaberdeen, I think, are trying to claim that Jonas is in the box. Referee is not having it and is given the goal. Burnley, with that ball bouncing off of James, plays it over. They are trying to claim, but we can see there the cameraman has done a good job to see the shot from Jonas to see and be for sure that he was out the box with it. And that's 4-2. It's a great finish from Jonas. And unfortunately, we won't be able to revel in it completely, but enough footage was captured to see that finish applied from Jonas. And he'll be proud of that goal. 4-2 now as Parmesan come forward once again, and Richie can't get that ball under control with the fancy footwork after being played through by Burnley. Brad has the opportunity to come forward, but it's a wayward pass and Richie collects it. 1-2 with Burnley. Richie can't get on the reply quick enough and he's in the corner with the ball looking to play it across, but Chopper gets a foot on to deflect it. Paul battling with Jonas and Paul wins the ball to James, but James loses it to Penny. Penny now taking past Johnny, but Brad is able to tackle and Paul now comes forward with a shot, and Ryan there with the tip of the toe save. James tries to get another shot in. Ryan with the save potentially in the tender parts, but seems to be okay and the game resumes on. Parmesan coming forward. Penny trying to play it to Richie. Does find Richie. Richie battling with Brad. Gets away with it. Richie to Penny. Oh, and it's a goal! Is it? There's a little bit of confusion going on here. Looks like it should have been a goal. Let's have a look at this. Penny with a shot. Looks out the box there, to be honest. I'm not sure what the confusion is here about. That looks like that should be a goal through the legs of Chopper, but the referee has said in the box. And that is going to be a gut punch for Parmesan and for Penny on his debut. That goal should have stood, but it remains 4-2 to Flaberdeen, and Flaberdeen are not hanging about. They're taking full advantage and looking to come forward to try and get another goal. Brad being closed down by Penny, who very unfortunate in that call. Finds Johnny. Jonas intercepts there. They're trying to claim for handball, but it's play on and it's played back to goalkeeper. Richie now playing the ball forward, and we have got the footage now. James picking up the ball away from Jonas. Brad playing it into James as Flaberdeen come forward. Penny, great interception. Now looking to collect the ball again. Richie does so as Parmesan come forward. Burnley to Richie. Richie with the shot. Richie with the goal. 4-3 on the pitch. 3-3 in aggregate. Great build up here between the three players, Jonas, Burnley and Richie here. Lovely first time passing, and it's left with Paul no chance of doing anything there. All came down to Chopper, and Chopper can't get down in goals to stop the goal. 4-3 on the pitch, and Johnny coming forward here quickly, and the shot blocked by Ryan, and the ball goes out of the pitch. Brad up in the Parmesan defence. Johnny trying to feed it through to James, but it's been lost now. But Flaberdeen do win it in their own half and lose it again. Parmesan coming forward now. Richie out wide. Richie with a shot. Good save there from Chopper. Allen picking up the deflected ball now to James. James coming forward. James claiming for the free kick against Penny, but it's not given this time, and Penny plays on as per referee's instructions. Brad has the ball now. Penny blocking the shot from Brad. Brad not happy, not sure why, but Parmesan keep coming forward. Richie now. Richie through and goal. Richie with the shot, and Richie with the goal. 4-3 now on the pitch as Flaberdeen continue to protest against the referee. But it doesn't matter. Referee has called that the game was to play on. Parmesan did so dutifully, and Richie scored beautifully to make it 4-4 on the pitch. And with the aggregate score, Parmesan find themselves behind now. Brad coming forward, but Penny gets a deflection on that. Another tackle up there. James not looking happy now, thinking that he should have had 2 free kicks given. Unfortunately, can't give much comment, but James has the ball now. And James scores there. Even though his head looked like it was down because he felt he should have had the free kick there, he's managed to take advantage of a wayward ball by Richie and slots it away. It's a good reply from James that he's been alert to pick up that ball, showing his team to always take advantage of any opportunity given. The game is now 5-4 on the pitch, 4-4 aggregate. This will do Flaberdeen if they can hold on to this, but as I say that, Richie's coming forward. Brad gets across the block. Burnley with a shot just wide there, and Brad collects the ball to come forward. Can Flaberdeen get another goal here? Johnny over to James. Brad then with the shot, but it's blocked down by Jonas. Lewis tries to come forward with the ball. Brad heading it, and Burnley comes across to collect. Plays it back to Jonas. Jonas through to Richie. Brad tried to intercept, but not quite. Nobody's putting pressure on Richie there. Plays it to Burnley. Burnley back heel to Jonas. Jonas, will he take the shot? He does, and it's blocked. Johnny maybe with the opportunity, but Jonas collects it there for Parmesan. 1-2 with the wall to get past Brad. Now to Burnley, to Richie. Richie, what's Richie doing? We're not sure. But Allen gets in and puts a vital block in, and Burnley is forced to play that ball back. Looked like Richie was going to pull the trigger, but took too long with it. Lewis battling with Johnny in the Parmesan defence, loses the ball. Johnny plays it down to Brad in the Flaberdeen defence, and Flaberdeen looking to come forward now. But the ball is lost. It doesn't quite reach Johnny, and Richie picks up on it to Burnley. Burnley with, again, lovely footwork all day. Burnley there. Burnley with a goal! And it's 5-5 on the pitch, and Parmesan have that goal lead now on aggregate. Burnley, once again, lovely footwork, flicks it out to Richie. Richie, seeing the movement that Burnley's got away from Allen, plays that ball inch perfect to Burnley's feet, and Burnley, no missing there, slots it past Chopper. 5-5 on the pitch. Flaberdeen need another goal in this. They are behind. They need another goal in order to ensure they get anything from this. And Chopper is now out the goals and out on the field for Flaberdeen. Is there going to be any opportunity here for Flaberdeen to level the game, or will Parmesan see this game out and take the win on aggregate? 5-all on the pitch. Richie to Burnley. Burnley with a shot. Great save there by Brad. And the deflections landed at Johnny. Flaberdeen have this opportunity. 2v1. And no, James can't get it in the net. Camera lagging behind there, but Ryan making the same against James. And Paul off the crossbar. Absolutely unlucky there for Flaberdeen. Richie now with the opportunity. Battling with Chopper. But Chopper keeping Richie up against the boards there as Richie comes back looking for opportunities. Plays the ball across to Burnley. Burnley now looking to do some footwork but plays it wide. Deflection lands at Lewis. Lewis with the opportunity. Shot just wide. Brad can't get a hold of it. And there's another penalty. Brad can't get Lewis's shot under control and it's deemed that he's touched the ball out the box. He foots out the box there. You have to say the ball may look like it's almost in, but Brad's foot is out. And another chance for Lewis to score from the penalty. Denied by Brad, and that is the final whistle. 5-all on the pitch, but Parmesan will take the points thanks to the aggregate. Looking at the Class 5 results now that the games are finished. Scrandinavia 10, Flaberdeen 1, Scrandinavia 5, Parmesan Belgrade 3, and Flaberdeen 4, Parmesan Belgrade 5. And the league table as it looks with the Class 5 results in. Scrandinavia on 36 points, edging the way towards the title. Flaberdeen stuck on 16 after 2 defeats, and Parmesan have moved up to 10 points, closing in on Flaberdeen. Fat Fives are looking for new players. If you are in the northeast of Scotland, Aberdeen area and want to take part, please check out our website fatfives.football and feel free to fill out the registration form. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to ensure you get notified when new videos are released.